Bop, ba-da, bop, bop. What up, gang? Let me get set up here. Gotta be able to figure out.
Business? You're gonna want to hear this.
If you own a business,
Got the ads running, that kind of good stuff. Hold on, let me see here. Okay, we got 2 people in here. We got 2 people going. Let me get this all set up.
you need Next Insurance.
Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Well, everybody get logged in here. We got 1 person on here. While we're waiting, let's just jam some. Let's see. I'll take questions and answers. That kind of thing. Just don't tell them I've gone crazy. I'm still strung out over you. Tell them anything you want to, just don't tell them all the truth. Gotta love me. Tell them all I'm on vacation. Say I went to visit friends. Da-da-bum, ba-da-bum, bum, 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 bum. You can't beat some Jason Aldean. I ain't gonna lie. Alright guys, so I got right here, I got my guitar, got my laptop over here so I can see if you got any questions. We're just gonna do question and answer, that kind of random stuff, and just jam a little while. No one's in the office today, had a little free time, so I thought I'll just jump on here. I can't hide the way I feel about you anymore. I don't love you. What up, gang? All right, we get one more on here. Let's see. Alex, my main man, he said, I knew you could be wanting that Super. Alex always wanted that Mario Brothers. I don't know how to play no Mario Brothers. What up, Dylan? Strumming and timing tips. Let's see. Heidi says, my little inspiration. Cool. You know, real fast, let me talk about that. Heidi just said she started a YouTube channel. One of the things, let me caution you of this, guys, because I dealt with this a long time. We live in a society today that if you can't be instantly great or the very best at something, then people just say, ah, heck, they don't want to do it. Do not let that be you. If you want to start a YouTube channel, you want to start a cooking show, you want to start a fitness program, or whatever, go for it. I don't care if you do it and one person buys it and that's your sister or your mother. If you got something you want to do, and something, a dream or something you're passionate about, something you want to go after it, man. Like I said, it doesn't matter about a following. If you're doing something you enjoy, if it blows up huge or it just stays 5 people, that's fine. If you're doing something that you feel called to do and you're excited about, get you out of bed every morning, I'm telling y'all, go for it, man. I'm telling you. Let me see here. How long have you been playing guitar? So, my story real fast about guitar, I started when I was a sophomore in high school, which is forever ago now. I had a back injury, couldn't play football. Instead of just sitting around the house, I thought, well, I'll play guitar. So there's a lot of stories in that. And looking back, it's the greatest thing ever happened to me. I'm glad I had that injury because I set out of football, learned the guitar. I learned it. I took like 6 lessons, 10 lessons. I quit playing for a long time and then circled back around kind of college, after college. So The short answer is like 24 years, which is crazy. Y'all know I just celebrated my 40th birthday in July, so anyway, let me look through the questions here. Hold on, let me see. We'll go over strumming and timing tips. Teach more Riley Green. I get a lot of people asking for Riley Green, so Dylan, I'll definitely do that. You helped me learn a lot of new things. Awesome, Caitlin. Love your channel. Thanks so much, guys. Show us what guitar pick you use, if you absolutely have one you use. Well, I actually have my own. Right now, I'm not using one. Hold on one second. I've got a bunch of my own guitar picks. So I ordered them. Let me see here. So I got different ones for different things. But let me show you here real fast. Most of them I use. All right, we back. Jason Aldean, we back. This is just a little white one. It says CountrySongTeacher. This is a thicker one. It says Acoustic Selection. If any of y'all bought if you bought a hard DVD, for example, the hard copies, just now had 2 people. I put these inside there for free. So just now, like these 2 people, Sadie Dubose and Leland Taylor, for example, just bought my double pack of DVDs, and I put these picks in there. This one's flimsy. It's another Acoustic Selection in my other channel. So I like a flimsier pick. If you struggle with strumming, make sure your pick is not too thick. You want it to start to flow down the strings pretty easy there. Let me see here. Get back to some questions. What's going on, Scott? What type of tuner do you use? People ask me that. I meant to say that. There's an app called Guitar Tuna. G-U-I-T Guitar Get Tuna. G-U-I-T-U-N-A. So I just have my iPhone. I've got an iPhone 11, I think it is. That's what I'm recording on right now. So I just get the app and just do each note. I've got it on my iPad and my iPhone. I have a little tuner somewhere, but I'm always just got my phone on me. So Guitar Tuna, that's what I always use. What's your favorite Luke Combs jam? This is my kind of town. This is my kind of place. Wouldn't mind hanging around more than just a couple days. I got a 12th floor room with a killer view of the empty Astrodome. A tag at the bar downstairs. And all I can think about is I got my new boots covered in red dirt. Don't mess with Texas t-shirt. And a Lone Star postcard postmarked missing you. He's got the biggest sky you'll ever see, the coldest beer you'll ever drink. Houston, we got a problem. Well, I don't know. I also like All Over Again. All Over Again. Love that one, man. I play that one all the time. I got that little Alexa outside my shower, so I just walk in all the time in the mornings. Alexa, play Luke Combs All Over Again. I don't want to say that too loud. Alexa, stop. I knew the one in my office would hear me and start playing that too. Let me see here. Let's see. What up, Rick? Do you plan on releasing a second songbook? Yeah, I'm working on it. I've got about 18 of them already done. So yeah, I'll do a volume 2 of the songbook. Hopefully even make it like a little bigger font and some couple things I'm working on trying to make it even better. Heidi said, what you're saying is don't give up. What I was preaching earlier is exactly don't give up. Don't worry about a following. And a lot of times don't even worry about like how much money you're going to make and all that stuff. Do something you enjoy. Y'all know me, man. I'm in here goofing off, having a good time. It's awesome that I make money and kind of got a lot of followers and all that, but I just do it because I enjoy it. What up, Ricky? What up, KBT Guitar? Let me see here. Deer Hunter, fellow guitarist, no doubt. How long have you had this channel? I've been watching you now for a couple of years. I just realized 12 years ago, 13 years ago, 13 years ago, I started my YouTube channel called Acoustic Selection. That was my first channel, Acoustic Selection, where I did praise and worship tutorials, sometimes country. And that one's up 160,000 subscribers, something like that. But once I grew that one to about 30,000, I was like, man, I love country music so much too. I love praise and worship music. I love country music. Maybe I should start another one. So I started this one maybe 2012, I want to say. 2000, no, not even, 2015. So this one's probably about 6 years. Let's see. So I had this channel 6 years. I have a hard time using a pick. It makes the music sound choppy, Rick said. Yeah, that's what, to me, when I started, for whatever reason, this was just 2 or 3 years ago. When I quit using a pick and started using my fingernail, and even I love doing just a, I'm gonna be somebody. One of these days I'm gonna break these chains. I love doing like, not using a pick because you can pluck the strings out and stuff. And when I quit using a pick too, one of the things that really helped me with was, say if I'm staying on that D chord, when I'm picking back and forth, I'll play the D chord, then I'll pull my middle finger off. It'll help me like make 2 or 3 different sounds within the same chord. So that made it spiced it up a little bit. So if that makes any sense. Caitlin said thank you. So awesome, Caitlin. Glad I could help out. From Florida, the Copper Hound 84. Man, my parents had a big house on a condo on the beach there. They sold it this past year. I'm gonna miss going to Florida all the time. It was awesome. Robin said, love your live streams. Thanks so much. I'm gonna start doing this more. I say that all the time, but I got to start getting on here live more. It's fun to kind of talk with you all and stuff. Can you possibly show us how to play I'd Come Back For You by Nickelback? I love some Nickelback. I need to look that one up. I'm not sure. Tanya says, I play along with you just about every day. Thanks for teaching. Awesome. Thank you, Tanya. Let's see. Alex said, what's your favorite show theme song? It'd all be like Bubble Guppies and Blaze and Ninjago now because my little guys, yeah, I'm telling y'all, you talk about obsessed with Ninjago. They are in this Ninjago phase on Netflix. They wake up, run downstairs, get Ninjago Legos, and literally play, my 6-year-old, 4-year-old, play the entire day till bedtime, do it again the next day. So, Christopher said, teach more Zach Williams, please. Have I taught any Zach Williams? People have asked me a lot. I don't think I've taught any of his. I need to do that. Stacy said, I had a hard time with strumming and the bottom E string sounds off, really high pitch. One of the things I say, and this shows how inexperienced I can be. If your guitar sounds weird, try to find like a Guitar Center, Sam Ash, or somebody that really knows guitar, and take that in and have them just look at it. Because I wish I would have done this a long time ago. Hold on a second, there, my light. People that are experienced guitar, it'll be easy too. But a lot of times, even if I have a weird sound, I don't really know what to do. So I would tell you if I knew more what to do, but obviously I don't. Nathan said, most of what I learned from you, awesome, man. Let's see here. Did you take private lessons? I took, like I said, 6 lessons from a guy named Chris Rose. I'll post his videos one day. He won every guitar competition in the U.S. Insane. He can play behind his head with his tongue. He's one of those guys, just God, he's born with a guitar in his hand. He's a kind of a hippie dude when I met him, long hair. My mom was even like, shall I leave you with him? But man, a super, super nice guy. And it's funny, he taught me, like I said, those very, very basics. And he sees me now like, dude, how in the world did you get 100,000 subscribers with what I taught you? I was like, only take the faith of the size of a mustard seed, like the Bible says, right? Let's see. Let me see. Austin said, I'm about to get some DVDs now. Yep, go for it, man. I sign them all and all that good stuff. Brent says, thank you for all your help. Can you teach how to avoid getting stuck on the bottom 2 strings on up strums? That's a good point. I always say if you can try to strum, if you hold your pick, let's say if you're using a pick, hold it a little bit lighter in your hand. So it, and just really softly. Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, in a So if you're getting stuck on the bottom strings, have your pick just do really small strums and have your pick really light in your hand and see if that helps you there. Caitlin self-taught or take lessons. Like I said, I learned the very, very basics. I'm even studying myself to learn music theory and stuff more so that I can help you guys and gals. I want to know more music theory, especially I'm teaching my 6-year-old piano already. Another thing I'm working on, let me just mention, is country music piano DVD. You've heard me say this all the time, and it's worth repeating. That if you can get if you can get on the piano and play those basic chords, I'm gonna be somebody. One of these days I'm gonna break these chains. I'm gonna be somebody someday. Beat your heart out. When I started learning piano, and all I know is the basic chords in piano, I don't know all the fancy stuff. When I started learning piano, it made a huge difference in just rhythm and timing and all that good stuff with my guitar. So I'm working on a country piano DVD, how to play all your favorite country songs on the piano. What are some accessories you suggest every guitar player to have? I was watching a podcast on that. It was a podcast on YouTube. 2 worship leaders talking about that. And my honest answer is I don't know. All the pedals and accessories, I have a guitar, a bunch of guitars and a capo, but anything about gear, all that stuff, I don't know anything about. Sleepless in a Hotel Room, yeah, Dylan, I taught that one on my Matt McCoy. By the way, I think I've mentioned to you all, and remember, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so 4 nights a week, I'm doing my favorite prime country songs on my just Matt McCoy YouTube channel. So be sure to check that out. That's the songs I grew up on. So I just love, She don't know, she don't know she's beautiful. Never called her, she don't know she's beautiful. No, she's not the she don't know she's beautiful. One time and time I told her so. All that good stuff. That's what I played yesterday. Tonight is Woman Wednesday on that channel too. I'm doing chains, shackles and chains. No matter what it takes, someday I'm a little Patti Loveless. I used to like some Patti Loveless. Let's see here. What's up, Alexander? Do you restring your guitars? Mostly, no. Every now and then I will. I can. I think I did a video. You can type in Matt McCoy Restring to see how I learned how to do that. But mostly, if I go get like a little something fixed or whatever, I'll take it to Guitar Center, and they'll do it for me for $20 or something. That's including the strings. They're just better than I am. You only do country sounds for the most part. Country. Like I said, I love praise and worship music too. I really enjoy drop D tuning. Drop D tuning, man. That's for you advanced people. People ask me all the time about my tuning. I always do standard tuning because I'm not that fancy. But I think to do drop D tuning, you just tune the top string to the D sound. So I don't know. Is that a Martin X series you have? I've told the story before. This is a Black Smoke Martin. My brother got in this kick. He said, my brother's 3 years older than me. We're a lot different. I love him to death. He's in the office right down there when he's here. He's a big businessman, travels all over the world all the time, stuff like that. I knew he wasn't going to learn guitar, but when he went to Guitar Center, I was like, oh man, you got to get this one. I don't think he played it one time. So now I keep it in my office over there, and I get to use it all the time. So let's see. Favorite guitar band? Favorite guitar brand? Oh, Taylor, man. I love a Taylor. I got that 614 CE at home. I love that. It sounds so bright and crisp way more even than the video shows. I mean, excuse me, it sounds good on video, but in person it sounds so bright. Road Dog said, I subscribe to all your pages. Awesome. Let me see. Copper, check out my singing videos. Oh, cool. I'll do that. Scott says, I almost gave up learning guitar. Started watching my videos. So I tell people all the time, man, I think God gave me the gift of just speaking to beginners. Because I always say I'm a forever beginner myself. I've never gotten real advanced with all the fancy stuff, but that kind of keeps me humble, right? Keeps me knowing, like, I'm always kind of, I'm not like that much farther ahead. Half the people that watch my channel, they're better than I am. I'm like, so, okay. Sam says Guitar Theory by Lee Nichols. I'll have to look that up. Somebody asked me the other day too about, you saw, I've been doing this thing on my personal channel each Wednesday, just a business principle. Today I talked about checking your pace in life, like keeping a fast pace. And I'll have people write me occasionally, Matt, if I cough in a video, you got to slow down, man. You're not over COVID and all this stuff. I'm a big believer, man. You got to keep life moving. If you want something to happen, the input, it has to, and the output, boom, 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 boom. Like, don't wait till you have all the answers. One of the biggest things, people ask me about my schedule. One of the things I've been really into lately is day trading with stocks. Now, if you'd asked me this time last year, I knew basically zero about day trading. But I kept saying, man, I want to learn how to be a day trader. I love stocks. I love numbers and graphs and figuring stuff up and charts. I want to be a day trader. So I started watching YouTube video after YouTube video, reading all kinds of things, looking at magazines. Then I finally met a guy at my gym. That's what he does. He took me under his wing. But my point is, it took me stating, this is what I want to do, and I went after it. And I started the hustle and the grind. And now I've gotten pretty good at day trading, reading trends and all this stuff. And made pretty good money doing that. So my schedule throughout the day, I get up in the morning, go to the gym, but I also do a lot of day trading. That's something this time last year I wasn't doing at all. My point is, I don't know what you're doing right now, but say that you have a dream or something you want to do, man, start going after it. I keep tons of journals. I keep a business journal of just updating things. Here's where I am, where I want to go. The more you track life, whether it's your gains in the gym, your nutrition, your guitar skills, your Bible knowledge, whatever it is, when you track something, that's when you can start making progress and seeing what steps you need to take. I'm huge on that. How many minutes should you try a day? People ask me often about practice time. I'm a big believer in small practice sessions to teach that muscle memory. So play 10, 15 minutes, set it down somewhere, go do what you need to do, come back a little later, grab the guitar. So I have guitars sitting around all over my house, or hanging on the wall. I'll just get them and sit there like, your dream is like a river, ever changing as it flows. But the dream is just a vessel that must follow wherever it goes. Trying to learn from what's behind, never knowing what's in store, makes each day a constant battle, just to stay between the shores. I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Love all those, yeah. Garth was the stuff back in the day, man. They used to. Some of y'all probably too young to know. He used to sit on the front row with his wife at the time. It wasn't Trisha Yearwood. They were just there. They'd open the envelope. And Garth Brooks! He'd win every single award. Always Entertainer of the Year. Jason Robinson said, is there a really big sound difference in a cheap guitar and a high-priced one? Man, yeah. Man, yeah. I always say it's like driving I don't know, whatever, a cheap car or some Mercedes. Excuse me. You can drive, they're both cars, they both get you one place or another, but one is so silent and quiet and smooth and safe, and the other one, you're trying. Yeah, and I say this all the time too. Man, if you're new to guitar and you're thinking about giving up, make sure you remember this, because I preach this. Before you give up, maybe your cheap guitar is the problem. I did a couple videos just on this topic. Don't go just giving up. That cheap guitar could be the thing holding you back. I know plenty of people that just have sounded awful. They go into a Guitar Center, Sam Ash, wherever, and get the most expensive guitar, and they're like, whoa, I actually sound good, and this is smooth and easy to play. Because the difference, like, just the action and the distance between the strings and the neck of the guitar, how easy they are to press, the frets, and it's night and day. Night and day, the difference in a cheap guitar and a really nice one. So even if you don't have a really nice one, don't give up. Try to find one and just play it to see how much better you sound. Can you teach Friends by Blake Shelton? Have I taught that one? I need to learn that one. Did you do a 7 Summers tutorial? Yeah, I did that one. I remember I wasn't that bad. Well, sometimes I'll do a tutorial, and as soon as I finish, I'm like, that wasn't that good. I remember it wasn't that good on that one. Let me see here. Is palm mute? Dylan said, "Is palm mute something super important to learn?" I've seen your video on it. Oh man, yeah. Like I do all the time. Like I just love in like. Because it's what I call musical dimension. Instead of just baby, you a song that makes me wanna roll my windows down, cruising down the back road, blowing stop sign, live a little farm town. You in a brand new Chevy with a big kid, look a whole lot better with you. Baby, you a song that makes me wanna roll my window down. So, yeah, just doing that palm mute, like I said, even I say this often when I'm learning a song. Yeah, when I first saw you, guitar on, popping right outside George. Oh, good Lord, she had a long tan legs, help myself, so I walked up and said, baby, you a song. When I'm learning a song, I still do those palm mutes just to get the timing down. It really, really helps your timing. Any tips for playing an F chord? Josh said, yeah. Type in Matt McCoy F chord. I did a video on that because I'm awful at a bar chord. So you can basically, instead of doing that bar, instead of doing like the A minor formation barred, you could just play that second string with your first finger, then the 5th and 4th. So second string of the first fret, the 5th and 4th, and then don't even worry about the bottom string. Just play it, take your middle finger on and off the 3rd string. It's good going back and forth between the F and the C chord doing that. Can you teach what a day that will be with my Jesus I shall see? Did I ever teach that one? I need to. What's my favorite song to play on guitar? Travis Tritt. I'm Gonna Be Somebody. I say all the time, man. I saw him in concert, just an acoustic show. So it was just Tritt with a stool and a guitar. Man, he was good. That's probably the best concert I ever went to. Yeah, he's just so good. Let me see. Jason said, I mainly play without a pick, but when I do, it always falls out. Any tips? It's funny, a lot of people talk about that, that when they start playing, the pick falls out. You can buy a Dunlop. One of the picks I recommend too is a Dunlop. It has a little grip on it. Like the lettering and embroidering has, so Dunlop. Check those picks out. Get a flimsy Dunlop. Can you post chords in order in the descriptions? The short answer is not really. Okay, I talked a second ago, guys, about pace. There are people that give me tips how to make my guitar channel better, what they wished I would do, and I totally agree with y'all. So first of all, somebody will write me, Matt, you should put the chords up here. You should have a split screen zoomed in a guitar. You should put the chords and lyrics in the description. All that stuff I agree, but I'm just going so much between my businesses, to my workouts, to 3 little boys, to my wife, to my rest of my family's here. I just go nonstop. So some things, even if it could make it better, at this stage of my life, I'm just keeping it here and just shooting out more videos. I can make less videos, but make them a little better with video editing. But that video editing, all that stuff, man, that takes a lot of time. And I'm just not that good at it. Can you do that, son? I need to learn. Look that one up, Jessica. Favorite Travis Tritt song? I'm Gonna Be Somebody. Let's see. What's the one acoustic song every guitar player should be able to play? When I used to teach kids lessons, they would always say "Stairway to Heaven" or "Wish You Were Here," Pink Floyd. I don't play a lot of those, so mine would be "Wagon Wheel" or something. G, D, E minor, C, right? Rock me, mama. Is Yamaha a good guitar brand? Yeah, I got some friends that have those that like them a lot. Can you teach Face to Face by Zach Williams? I'll look that one up. How do you, Thundercloud said, how do you play your B minor? Yeah, man, I give that tip all the time. So play it real easy, just like an A minor. So 2nd, 4th, and 3rd. So just an A minor, slide it up to 3rd and 4th fret, play the bottom 4 strings. So look up an A minor, 2nd, 4th, and 3rd. Doop, doop, to 3rd and 4th fret. When I learned that, that was a game changer for me. So, gotta love that. If y'all are still on there real fast, y'all know I always say smash that like button. Every time somebody gives a thumbs up, a butterfly is released in the garden. Something like that. I don't know. Okay, Matt, you're making stuff up now. Forever by Kane Brown. Oh, that's a good one. I got to do that one. Let's see. Let me see here. What's the best guitar I have? Zachary asked. The Taylor 614 CE. I got this one over here too. This little guy's a good one. You know, my Taylor GS Mini. I always say I love this guitar as far as for traveling. This thing. What I like so much, if you're a beginner, this thing is $500, comes with a case and stuff. Like, what makes this one so great is it's a small, like the distance, the whole guitar is small. It's pretty thin, but it just... last time I tuned this thing, yes, but I love this little guitar. What denomination are you, Matt? I go to the Summit Church. I think they're part of the SBC. Well, I know they are. My president, J.D. Greer. If you're looking for a good church, type in on YouTube. Type in J.D. Greer. He's a good friend of mine personally. He's the president of the SBC. So yeah, love that man. What's a good word? How you been? The good word is life is good. My brother is a Keith Urban. Are those Keith Urban guitars good? I've heard different things on them. What's up, Kyle? What guitar would you recommend buying for a beginner? A lot of it's the budget. Like I said, if you have about $500, I would get, me personally, I would just get some kind of Taylor. Whether it's on Craigslist or something. Like I said, this one was $500. If you have maybe under $300, there's some good Yamaha ones. You know, anytime somebody asks you a recommendation, it's so, I always say it's like, what's the best car to buy? Well, it depends where you traveling, what you do for work, how many people you're going to haul around, what's your budget. Like, guitars, not quite that advanced, but they're kind of like that. Like, you got it's kind of hard to tell. And we've already been on here 34 minutes. Time flies when you're having fun, isn't it? It's crazy how that works. What's my favorite guitar chord? The D chord. I just love, like, D chord just has a clear little sound, man. I love that when you can play all kinds of stuff. Long black bell. Good guitar, about $200. Probably a Yamaha. There's some Yamahas for $200 you can get. Let me see here. Awesome, Jason. Love that, man. Keep going to guys. Easter, by the way, Easter is coming up, man. If you don't have a local church or you're kind of been hunkered down in during COVID, look up the Summit Church. SUMMIT. The Summit Church with J.D. Greer. Is J.D. Greer from the American Gospel of Christ alone? I'm not sure. Yeah, but look up J.D. Greer, man. He's awesome. He just basically talks about everything's about the gospel. And it all comes down to that. Like a lot of times people misinterpret the Bible and think it's a bunch of rules to follow. The Bible is a story about Jesus. You had God, created the world, everything. Man had sinned, separated us from God, and we're constantly looking for a Savior. Christ came and paid our debt, and now we have that to carry us. Let me see. I want a hard case for my guitar. All the guitars I've ever purchased came with a case. So I don't even know if I've ever seen it just buy a case. I'm not sure. Let me see. Bob said, "Thank you, Matt. You've helped me so much." Awesome, man. Glad I can help out. Let me see here. Ethan said, "Any tips for strumming upwards?" When you're strumming up, try, if say for example on a G chord, when you're doing a full strum, remember just do the bottom 2 or 3. Don't worry about doing a full. A lot of times you think down strum 6, up strum, and it's all about that timing. Like I say all the time, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up. And for whatever reason, I don't know why this helps, but I'm telling you, when you play a little bit softer and a little bit slower, you'll slowly just. Something about softer, holding the pick kind of loose, just letting it kind of flow on those strings that makes that strumming better. What's your favorite country singer of all time? Tritt. Y'all know I love me some Travis Tritt. How do you strum with fingers? I kind of almost like I'm holding the pick. I'll just use the outside of my pointer finger. So it looks like I'm holding the pick, but I use literally that's why my fingers kind of missed it right there, the end part of my. So it looks like I'm holding, but I'm still just kind of. What's your least favorite guitar chord as an actual chord? The F chord. I struggled. For the longest time, too, I could never use my pinky finger. Like when I first started learning guitar, the thought of like putting your pinky finger on a chord, that's why you always, I'm always preaching keeping those bottom 2 strings locked for your G, C, D, and E minor chord, because I can never use my pinky. Like I just had no kind of whatever. Let me see. What Bible do you read out of? I read the King James. Jessica said. I mostly do the New King James. I've got that Bible app. I tell man, do this. I do this every morning when I wake up. I make me a cup of hot tea. If you get the U version, YOU version app, every day you just click on Open Story and they got like a 2-minute devotion. I'm telling y'all, do that. It'll just get you thinking about certain things the whole day. So download the U version app. And then click on Open Story. You'll have like some pastor or guy or gal that talks about some verse in the Bible. I love that. Let me see. Got Guitar Center. I'll check out. How long have you been playing guitar? Like I said, about 24 years. Mostly about 20 years. I took about 4 years off. Which is crazy, man. Time flies. I was talking about that with my buddy in the gym. Hard to believe I'm 40 years old, man. My 30s, boom. I figured I was like 28, 29, 30, 40. I'm like, what the heck? Where'd my 30s go? My dad said, get ready, buddy. It goes faster. So, already 40 years old. Get You Fit at 40 program. I'm about to start that again myself. I'm going to do that every year at April 1st. On April 1st, I'm going to do my Fit 40 program again. Just to lean up and stuff, just to have energy. Let me see. What's the most recent movie you've ever watched? Alec asked. Last night, my wife and I watched Couples Retreat. It's pretty funny. Also, if y'all haven't seen on Netflix, there's a movie called I Care a Lot. I thought that was pretty cool. I Care a Lot. Go check that one out. Have you taught This Is Amazing Grace? Oh yeah, my acoustic selection. I think I've taught it twice. Let's see. Kellen said the best cheap beginner guitar is a Breedlove Discovery concert. I need to check those out. I haven't never seen those. Let me see here. Kellen says, I don't know the best habit, reading the Bible. Man, we all get busy. Like, it's so easy. You know, everything's so urgent these days. It's so boom, boom, boom. I can same thing. Get out of the habit. I always say just dive back in. I try to start making it a habit and make it, you know, just jump right in. Start with the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Then Romans is a good one. Acts talks about how the church first started. Just dive back in there. How often do you do lives? I'm trying to do them every couple weeks. It's probably been 6 months since I did the last one. I'm going to try to start. Yeah, I usually upload at 2 o'clock on this channel, 2 p.m., and then 7 p.m. for my Prime videos. I will try my best to start doing more of these lives. It's fun. Bob said every decade goes faster. So true, man. So true. 20s and 30s were in the Marines. God bless you, brother, man. Thank you for your service. I had another friend of mine just went off on he's in Special Forces. I'm like, dude, I don't know how you guys do it, man. Yeah, we're so blessed in this country to have men and women that just sacrifice and take care. You know, we just had that shooting at the mall, and there's a lot of crazy people out there, a lot of hurting people that want to cause harm. Some people aren't there mentally. Some people just, whatever reason. So, man, thank God for the military and the policemen and all this stuff. Have you watched Passion of Christ? Oh, yeah. Yeah, great movie, man. I remember I watched it in a theater. It was just dead silent walking out of there. That's a good idea. I need to do it for Easter. Watch that again. What resource would you recommend to learn about stocks and trading? It's a good question. I'm going to try to start doing more videos. Honestly, though, I'm going to do YouTube. Nate O'Brien is a good one. He has a good YouTube channel that goes over. So type in Nate O'Brien stocks. You know, when people say like stocks or do they get into stocks, there's such a broad, you can go put a little money in Tesla and Amazon and Apple and Facebook and just sit there for years. And you probably make money. It's a long-term play. Or like I do a lot of charts and graphs and I'm in and out of the same stock over and over throughout the day. So it'll go up 20% and I'll sell a bunch, it'll dip it down, buy more, it's kind of crazy all the stuff I've been doing. What tripod do you use for your phone? Man, I have about 10 of those things. My little boys think they're like, again, Ninjago weapons. And right now I've got, I almost spin around. Right now I've got this big tripod off Amazon with the big ring light. So I've got that big ring light looking at me right now. That's why it's like bright up there. But usually I have little tripods about like this. And I set my phone in there. Boom, knock it out. Let me see here. You ever thought about starting a Discord server for your fans? What do you mean? What do you mean by starting a Discord server for your fans? I will say this. Do you trade crypto? Oh yeah, I've got a lot of Bitcoin and Ethereum, both of those. And luckily, I got into that in October, the 1st of October. So that stuff's like quadruple. It's tripled. Some of it's quadrupled. So I've been very blessed with the crypto stuff. Kind of just timed it right. Courageous. Yeah, I watched that movie. Yeah, man, that's a great movie. Tips for singing along while playing. Let me see. I feel like I sing well leading worship until I play guitar. Rick, that's always tricky, man. It's still tricky for me to this day. Sometimes I can play guitar better. Sometimes I can sing a song better. And then when you combine it, I've got a couple videos. You can type in Matt McCoy sing and play. I've done a few videos on that, but that's still this day tricky for me too. Let me see here. Thank you all. Everybody's saying thanks for your videos. Thank you so much. Oh, the Bellamy Brothers. Man, I'll do those probably tomorrow. You can't beat some Bellamy Brothers. So I'll on my Prime Country channel. I'll that's a good idea. Jason said a recipe channel, a digital cookbook. Every time they add a new recipe, they update and you get it all for one price. That's a good idea. So I can just keep on adding songs and the people that's already purchased it. That's a good point. That's kind of like buying a stock in low. Once you get it, you got it. That's a good idea. How did you get into guitar? To be honest, like I said, I hurt my back my sophomore year in high school, and so I couldn't play football, and there was a talent show, and these three guys got up there, and it just sounded so cool. Everybody was screaming, going wild. I was like, man, that's pretty cool. I need to learn guitar. My mother is a gospel singer, tremendous singer. She has DVD, CDs out and all that stuff. So she had music in the house 24/7. So I still to this day, I love just playing music and singing stuff with her. Let's see. How do you sing perfectly? I wish I could. Yeah, singing, I still to this day struggle. Sometimes when I'm playing guitar, I start off key. I'm always wondering how singers always are on the right key. I'm like, I'll be doing good and get off, or like when I first start a song, I'm like, man, what in the world? Let's see. No, I was going to say, people were talking about, like, I love, here's one of the pros and cons of this YouTube stuff. First of all, I remember playing today, I wrote a guy one time, I had like 5,000 subscribers, and he had 30,000 subscribers. I wrote him, I was like, dude, how in the world do you have 30,000 subscribers? There's no way, if I'm just playing guitar, I can have 30,000 subscribers. I remember playing today, writing that note. He's like, man, just stick with it and stay consistent, and they'll come. I'm like, man, I can't get no 30,000 subscribers. So it shows how, if you do stay consistent, God can use that. But one of the downsides of that, like if I log into Facebook right now, I probably have 11,000 unread messages. And that crushes me sometimes. Because I'm like, man, like, if someone just says, hey, Matt, thanks for teaching me guitar, and I don't see that one, okay, I wish I could have seen it, but fine. But, man, sometimes I'll, 1 year, 2, 3 years later, see this long, heartfelt email somebody writes me, and I'm like, man, I wish I would have seen that. Like, I try to do my best to respond to comments, all that stuff, and as the channel's grown, and like as the channel's grown, and my family's grown with 3 little kids, keep me busy. It's like, man, I wish I could know. I wish there was a way to gauge emails with one saying, how do you play Garth Brooks' Friends in Low Places? With another email, somebody give me a heartfelt story about something God's done in their life or something I've helped them with. And I'm like, man, I wish there was a way that you could channel. Maybe I need to get me an assistant or something, right? Can you teach Hawaii on Me by Chris Jensen? Never heard that one. I need to do that one. I lost the pick for a while. Now when I pick it up, it doesn't sound right. I'm not sure, Jerome. You might need to get a guitar buddy that can look at it. I just saw the notification. I literally said, if I miss his live stream, you the man, Martin. You always on here, brother. What's been up with that blonde guitar? playing girl on your channel in the past. Brooke, that's my buddy Brooke Hadla. Man, she's in Nashville doing the college, so she's a sophomore in college. By the way, today's Wednesday. This Friday, look for she's doing a music video on her song The Dash. We're still great friends. She's just so busy at college. I tell her, I'm like, when you gonna come play another song on the channel? She used to try to do them every week. But also, she got nominated by some music thing as top 12 artists to watch this coming year. So, man, I'm super proud of her. She's just an awesome Christian girl, great family. And it's funny, when I talk to her mom, I always tell her mom, I'm like, the only thing Brooke's got to work on is a way more, hey, look at me, look at me. I'm like, if you're going to be in the entertainment business, you got to have more, hey, look at me. She's super humble and sweet. I said, you got to have more look at me. Let me see. Let me see here. Oh, will you ever add the cool country song teacher hat back to your website? Jason, man, I never had that on my website. People ask about that all the time. I've tried to get hats made, and the cheapest I can get them made is like $30. I'm like, so if I get it made for $30, and then the time you pay shipping and handling, it's like a $35 hat to break even. I'm like, I got to figure out how to get hats made cheaper. Because people ask me all the time about my country song teacher hat and my acoustic selection hat, and I don't know, just I can't get them made cheap enough. That's what's cool. You might have seen. You got people like my map. It's pretty big. It's bigger in person than it seems on screen. It's pretty cool in my office. Are you in North Carolina? Yeah, I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina. I lived for 7 years in Charlotte, North Carolina. In the last 7 years, I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina. Let me see. Jayla said, got a guitar for Christmas, can't play one song. Hey, man, you got to join. It's all right. Let me see. Silverado by Morgan Wallen. Oh, yeah, taught that one. Let me see. Toes, chicken fried, drop D, bar, kill me, big hands are tough. Let me see. What are my thoughts on Scotty McCreary? I love some Scotty McCreary. You know, he's from this area. I tell the story. This was three or 4 years ago. I think 4 years. Yeah, 4 years ago. I was at a Christmas play in Durham, North Carolina, and I sit down, and the guy comes beside me and sits down, and it's Scotty McCreary. It's a big. My church is a huge church. Puts on this big production. So I bumped my wife, and I'm like, that's Scotty McCreary beside us. She says, who's that? I said, he won American Idol. And she's like, okay. I'm like, that's a big deal. Now he's a country star. But she didn't, my wife's clueless. She's like, what? I'm like, come on. The boy won American Idol. So there's my first American Idol story. The next time, this was 8 years ago, I'm at the Bahamas, at the Atlantis in the Bahamas. And I'm up there on top of this huge slide. And I'm all excited. I'm getting ready to go flying down. And I look to my left. I tell my wife, that's Chris Allen. She says, who's Chris Allen? I'm like, he won American Idol. I don't know who that is either. And I talked to him a second, super nice guy. Did a little slide, he beat me. But then we saw his concert that night. Got to be friends with him and I think it was his girlfriend at the time. But it's funny, as soon as I went on the slide, I'm like, hey, I just saw you on TV. Thought it was pretty cool. Anyway, small world. Let me see. Jason said, search Matt McCoy first 4 chords. That's right. That's what I say 100 times, right? Audrey says, you make my day when I watch your videos. Awesome. I say all the time, I'm like, man, there are people way better teaching guitar than me. I just try to have fun, keep it lighthearted. Let's see. Nice little country history. Awesome. MD Santos says, I practice 20 minutes a day minimum. Love it. What separates a beginner to an intermediate player? That's a good point. Maybe a bar chord. No, I don't know. Because a lot of times I always type, beginner guitar lesson. I'm like, is this beginner? Is that more intermediate? I don't know. Rescue Story by Zach Williams. Did I teach that one? I'm about to look it up right now. Yeah, I love some Zach Williams. I saw him in concert. Yeah, so. Have you ever listened to or thought about playing bluegrass? Man, I always listen to that on Sunday night here, local radio. I love some bluegrass. Look up Luke Bryan's Beside Me. Matt's wife for the last time. Who is that? Yeah, my wife. Who is that? And this shows again how clueless my wife is. Y'all don't know, I played football at Virginia Tech. The year Michael Vick was like all that in a bag of chips. The year we played Florida State. Michael Vick thought my wife was good looking. He asked her out. My wife's just like, who is this? Everybody else is like, that's Michael Vick. My wife's like, who's that? So he's a quarterback. What's that matter? She's like, no. That's funny. Because my wife and I met some John Anderson. Yeah, I love some John. I'll definitely do some of his. I just did Seminole Wind the other day. My wife and I met at Virginia Tech. I got sidetracked. How do you get a buzz away from the fifth fret? It's annoying. It's called like the action or something. People have mentioned that to me. Like it could be something with the fret or Marty Stewart, Ricky Skaggs, like both of them. Hi from Poland. My good buddy in college, Chris Weizak's from Poland. Man, I like the Polish people. Have you done used when I was by Luke Combs? Yeah. I've done almost every Luke Combs song. Thank you, John. What position? I was a running back. A guy was asking me about that at the gym today. I went from 6th string and moved up to 4th string. I walked on, so I didn't get any scholarship. I could have got a scholarship to smaller schools. I walked on Virginia Tech. The 3 guys ahead of me were Lee Suggs and Tyron Kendrick, like Sharon Stith. Like those guys were all NFL players, man. So I wasn't gonna beat them. Those dudes are too fast. I was fast too, but they were next level. All right, guys, I got to run here. I just watched your Broken Halos. Awesome. Anyway, man, let me run here, guys. I hope y'all, we've been here almost an hour, 2:58. Do more Morgan Wallen. Yeah, you can't beat Morgan Wallen. Guys, appreciate you tuning in, man. I'll try next Wednesday to do the same thing. I've been saying I'm going to do more live. It's fun just getting out here shooting the breeze. Can you teach us backseat driver? I'll look that up when we get off here. Thank you so much, though, guys. Keep sharing the videos on like Facebook, social media, man. Y'all, I can't tell y'all enough how much I appreciate it. Y'all help me out so much and make me have an awesome, awesome life. So I help y'all a little bit, but all y'all together help me a ton. So I get to have like a best life ever just playing guitar, man. So thank y'all so much. Keep rocking and rolling. Smash that like button, subscribe, all that good stuff, which y'all already have if you're watching live. So I got to run. God bless you so much. We'll be in touch here. Let me see if I know how to end this puppy. And we'll keep rocking and rolling. So, all right, guys. God bless you.